We're here in the office of Representative Oliver Robinson at the state legislative session. Kind of tell us about your leadership here for 16 years in your district and all you have to offer for Jefferson County in that delegation.
Well, it's been a pleasure to represent the people of House District 58 for the number of years that I have. It's a blessing anytime when you get a number of people to vote you in and do anything. I don't care what it is. But I can say that it has been a pleasure. Leadership role, had more of a leadership role when the Democrats were in charge. I enjoyed that 12 years of being in that position under the then Speaker Seth Hammett. Currently, there are a lot of issues facing Alabama, and we tackle some down here, never enough, but we have the opportunity to do some things for the people of the state and Jefferson County, Birmingham in particular. And I've enjoyed it. I really have.
Well, your thoughts on this session coming up? What's going to come out of this session here in Montgomery?
I think with it being an election year, it won't be a whole lot of turmoil. We've already passed the tax bills for the people of Alabama. I think we're coming into the morality stage now when you talk about abortions and things of that nature. But I mean, that's just the way it operates down here. We did some of that. We had those challenges during the Democratic leadership, and now the same under the Republican leadership.
Well, the historic tax credit legislation is probably one of the biggest legislation that passed actually last year, and you all are reviewing it now. What does that do as far as helping benefit historic buildings throughout the state of Alabama?
Well, we have a lot of historic buildings, in this state. We have a lot of history here, and as it relates to that legislation, it will do a lot for Alabama, in particular Birmingham. We got the Powell Elementary School.
That's right.
Situation that we will apply that to. There are many buildings, the Jefferson Davis Hotel building.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of the Pizitz building. I mean, it's just a multitude of properties out there that those tax credits can be applied to, and good that we did pass that, and whatever review that's going on now, hopefully it will enhance it.
Sure. And a lot of constituency statewide don't realize that historic tax credit doesn't only impact downtown or metropolitan areas, but out in the rural areas also throughout the communities.
Oh, yeah. Anywhere that there's history to preserve, it is. In our situation, being in the urban area, out in communities, whether it's Norwood, whether it's Woodlawn, whether wherever it might be.
Sure.
That policy and legislation can be applied, and that's why it was so important for us to do it.
And one another important legislation, the land bank legislation, is going to impact communities throughout that have blight, abandoned homes. Your thoughts about that, and how is that going to transcend your community, my community in Birmingham? What is that going to do for real estate in the city of Birmingham?
It has a lot. It will have a great impact if applied correctly, and go through the steps that are set out in the legislation. It will have a profound effect on properties that people can live in. We have a problem with that. We have a problem with not having enough good properties out there for people to live in, and I think this legislation will enhance that because of the investment that will go back into these houses and homes, and then for those individuals out there who would like to move up in a situation of housing and have better housing. Everybody wants that better piece of the rock, so that's what that's all about.
Well, Representative Robinson, in that light, the Realtors Association in Birmingham, the Birmingham Association of Realtors, has a membership over 3,000 plus. What do the Realtors mean to you as a legislator in Montgomery?
Well, they've always been supportive. I mean, from day one when I announced back in 1998 that I wanted to run, they were supportive, and so throughout the years, that relationship has just grown even more, and you can see it. I can see it at home more than anywhere. As to how they're trying to enhance the quality of life
Right.
that we live through what they do as professionals.
Sure.
And so from that perspective, it has always been great because everybody wants to live in a great environment.
That's right.
And living in the best possible housing that they can afford. And I think the realtors bring that to bear on the public. And so it's always been just a great relationship.
I cannot sit here in this office on this leather couch and not talk about UAB with the Oliver Robinson.
That's hard for me to do so.
But that institution, it means so much to you personally, to the city of Birmingham, Jefferson County. Your thoughts about University of Alabama at Birmingham?
Well, you know, it's the thing about it that I like the most that I really couldn't grasp when I was there, and it's been so many years ago, was just the amount of money that goes back into our community through UAB, and how they have transcended the South Side and moving a little bit north now, you know, and that really just will enhance the city of Birmingham